Laying in bed within the safety of your room, you start to feel your eyelids grow heavy. You haven't had a good sleep in a long while, and if there was ever an opportune moment, it is now. As you close your eyes, you drift off into a dreamless sleep almost immediately. Hello? You hear a far-off voice call, followed by knocking. At first, you think it to be a dream, but as you slowly open your eyes, you realize that the sound comes from the wooden door to your room. The knocking comes again, a little louder. Hello? The voice sounds familiar, reminding you of a child's. You stand up feeling that your headache is now gone, cross the room and open the door, and look down at your visitor. Sister Emma looks back at you with a large grin on her face. It really is you! You made it! She says with a small hop of excitement. Yeah, it's me, you say groggily. I'm glad you made it. When I heard the other girls speak of a stranger in the coven, I started hoping again. I was starting to think you wouldn't come, like the others, Emma says, looking a little disappointed. You feel a twang of sadness for Sister Emma, but more so for the countless people she had led into what could be inferred as grave situations, with her supposedly frequent invitations to strangers to seek the coven. Yeah, well, I need my memory restored. A big deal for me. You say, looking down at Emma. I'm sure it is. I've never lost my memory, but I would probably want it back too, you know, if I lost it. Emma says, weaseling her way past you and the door and into your room. I never liked that painting, so dreadful, she says, looking at the dark painting of the red desert that hangs from one of the walls in your room. Emma then looks over at the black steel sword you have leaning on your nightstand. Her eyes widen considerably. Why do you have that? It's not supposed to leave the weaponry room. Mistress Lorraine gave it to me, you say, walking over to your satchel. You pull out the trail mix and start to slowly eat it, guessing Sister Emma has no intentions of leaving soon, and you haven't the heart to tell her off. Emma lets out a chortle. Mistress Lorraine gave you it, huh? Did she also hand you a plate of cinnamon tarts and a sack of obols? Maybe give you a massage too? She may be my mistress, but Lorraine is not a generous woman, and I do not pretend she is. I doubt she gave you this without a reason, Emma says. The maturity with which she speaks, despite being a young child, still intrigues you, as it did in the fortress. There was a reason, a good one too. I'm a hired guard for Melanie. Well, pretty much anyways. Just while she goes out to get supplies for the coven. Mistress Lorraine and I made a deal that if I do that, then she will restore my memory. You say to Emma, putting the now empty trail mix pouch in your satchel. Emma looks at you concerned. I doubt Mistress Lorraine gave this sword without expecting it to return to her. She would never give such a blade without expecting something great in return, much greater than being hired muscle. If I were you, I would be careful. Lorraine might not be expecting you to return from this alive, Emma says, turning very grim. Her face frightens you. What? You say, almost breathlessly. Then why would she give it to me? Emma's eyes widen, and her casual smile spreads across her face again. Oh, that reminds me. I'm supposed to ask if you would prefer dinner alone in your room or with the others. Melanie was supposed to ask you, but she saw me on the way to your room and told me to ask in her place. Still a bit stunned from Emma's previous trance-like warning, you barely perceive her question. What will you do? Join the other witches in the coven for dinner, or have your dinner brought up to you and eat alone? The choice is yours. Make sure to leave your choice in the comments of this video or on the YouTube short that will come out tomorrow, and remember, newcomers are always welcome to participate.